Hey MTG Army, this is Ben along with Matt.
What's up?
And Taylor.
What's up?
And we are here opening a Path of Might pre-release deck because we can't get enough of them and they're busted from all of our knowledge. So we're going to just open this guy up.
Our friend Evan literally, he opened one, he paid for two, and then went infinite on them until he got 10 of them.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't even see that.
Lawson got 10 of them.
Yeah. Oh, no, I did see that. These things are gross. They still, our shop through the decade still has a couple of them in stock. If you ever want to order them, they're, I believe, $22. Please just call this number, order one. They're awesome. If you don't know what you get 5 packs. You get a Hunter. Well, Hunter is just for the green. If you wanted another color, you get another one. Get this nifty box, etc., etc.
So you get the cool die.
Are we doing the
cool
pack
die?
stuff?
Thank you, Taylor. Pardon?
Are we doing the pack
Oh, we're
stuff?
always doing the pack one stuff. But we're just going to see what we get out of this one, because this one's not really pack one. So you also always get a foil promo.
Yeah, the way I've seen most of these boxes, it's a busted pack with lots of really good expensive cards, or it's a really good pool to play with.
Oh yeah. It's one or the other almost all the time.
Sometimes both. But
So Mistcutter Hydra is the rare in that.
It's a pretty good sealed.
Yeah, it's
and
pretty good
limited card.
Pretty good limited card, definitely.
I mean, it's also fairly constructed playable. I'd play it in my random green stuff sideboard.
Yeah, it's definitely a sideboard card.
I feel like it just destroys the mono blue.
It's been running around. Devotion.
Yeah, mono blue devotion. It's dead. Like, I don't know how they beat that card.
Okay, so you get 5 packs. We're going to pack one, pick one. Like always.
Your opinions and such.
Exactly.
Yay.
You can see over there, Taylor, right?
Oh, I already
Good
see
start.
my pack one, pick
Good
one.
start.
Right there.
What did I pick that guy over today? I picked him over something. I picked him over Fire Drinker Satyr.
For the record, everybody out there, we just got back from a draft, so that I got a busted pool in.
Gross.
Pack 1, pick 1 Heliod. Pack 3, pick 1 Elspeth. Yeah, it's gross.
And I ended up winning that one, getting $40, so that was pretty sweet.
He was upset that he had to pass a Wing Steed Rider.
Oh, they're so good. They're so good.
You almost
I
made
think
me
there's
like
a foil in this
I
one.
passed like
Maybe
2
not.
white uncommons,
Oh,
and
there's a
then
foil.
he immediately passes me that card. I'm like, oh god, Kaplan.
Oh, whoops. Wrong one.
Wrong one.
So the island's up for pick.
It is up for grabs.
Okay,
Oh.
so Kaplan, you want to start?
I can start this one. I feel like Boon Satyr is probably the pick. Also, for the record, if this was sealed, Boon Satyr is ridiculous in green.
Yes, you're already green if this is a sealed pool.
Yes. However, I feel like if indeed it was a draft, which is what we're doing, Boon Satyr is probably the pick. If not Boon Satyr, if he's gone out of this pack, or I just don't feel like being green that day, is one of 3 cards. One of 3 cards. Grey Merchant totally cuts black and is an excellent card. I still probably wouldn't be my pick, but it's an excellent card. I wouldn't fault you guys for taking it. Perforos is also an excellent card. There's a lot of red in this pack, though.
Perforos' Emissary.
Pardon me. Thank you, Matt. Perforos' Emissary is also a really good card. It doesn't really cut red that much, and then
It does cut red a little bit. the only thing you're really passing is like two-headed
Supers. Ill-Tempered
that card's
is
like,
pretty decent.
yeah, no, he's fine, but it's not like you're passing them a signal to go into red.
My pick, since you asked, is probably Wing Steed Rider, because I just admitted I love that card way too much. It's also the literal only white card in the back.
Yeah.
Okay, Taylor, go.
I would definitely have to go with the Grey
Grey.
Merchant. Because it's the only black card in the pack, so passing that is kind of a signal that, hey, I'm in black, don't take my cards from me.
Sure.
But aside from that, it's a great card, and if you're playing black, you have to have that card, otherwise it's just not going to work. But any of the other cards, even if you just took the Boon Satyr itself, there's too many other green cards in the pack.
To be fair, I don't think many of these are very good.
No, they're not
green
really
cards.
good. Well, Savage Surge.
Savage Surge is playable. Hunt the Hunter is a good sideboard card.
I think like, okay, my pick is Boon Satyr only because for the similar reasons as I would if I were taking this card. Because you're passing some green cards, but you're not passing something that tells them to be in green. Like, yeah, I won't fault them for taking these cards. I'm probably taking that before I take this card. But, because that card's
No
real
love
dumb.
for the Rider.
I love that card. I think that card's really good, but I think that card's
I said
insane.
no love for the Rider.
And if you,
And I think this one's just better because it's an enabler for the...
Okay, this isn't in the pack. What do you...
In the pack, that card.
Okay.
Yeah, hands down, Grey Merchant.
I think it comes down to which color you want to cut, more or less. What also the other thing that no one has said is this card, which is also
It's very
decent,
good.
but
Yeah.
I don't think it's on the level of these 3 cards.
No.
Correct.
And
would you put this on the level?
Yeah,
Of these
maybe.
three?
I think that's the best emissary. Probably not close, but
What
yeah.
were you gonna say, Taylor?
I was gonna say, depending on what you choose, you're also probably gonna steer whoever you're passing the pack to into a certain color. Like if you take the black one,
Grey Merchant.
say the Boon Satyr is not there. If you take the Grey Merchant, they're probably gonna go Wingsteed Rider.
like
That's
And
true.
they're going to go white, or at least some sort of version of white,
I
or
think-
blue, or...
I really think this guy's being underrated by the table right now.
I think the guy's good.
Oh, I think he's great.
I think,
but
I would. Oh, yeah. Go ahead.
I was going to say, I think he's great, except a lot of people underrate him because of his bestow cost or whatever. But that's not, it's so weird. Like, tonight's draft, there was 2 that almost went around twice, or it tabled at least once.
Like, yeah, well,
Yeah,
red
I
was
remember that.
super open at our table today. But,
Red
yeah,
was super.
but
open.
like
Please easy splash.
what I would have like in that pack, what I would have looked at if I took like either of the 2 commons was looking at wheeling the blue card, because that was clearly like the worst of the colors represented, and like you're gonna get probably something to wheel, and that's probably what you're gonna wheel.
Yeah.
Something in the blue. So I probably would have looked to be like black blue or blue white, something like that.
Sure.
Uh-oh.
Well, there's your other Grey Merchant. If this is pack 2,
This is back to, I'm already on
Mono
on
gray
ball
merchant
here.
control.
my other Wingsteed
Uh-oh.
Rider. Okay, I went first last time. Somebody else.
You want to go?
You know.
Okay, I'll go first. Pack one, pick one. The rare in this one's not as good. It's good, but you know what? Actually, pack one, pick one. If I hadn't picked anything else yet, I might take the Ember Swallower in this pack.
Ember Swallower?
Yeah, only because it's a hard hitter and it's got a big butt and it does devastating work if you can monstrous it in the
Sure.
limited format.
I agree. I'll take Ember Swallower because that card's like it's really good for its cost. Like anything that has 4 power for 4 mana is generally good and limited. So like
He's got a bigger butt than a front.
having a 4/5 is really good, and the ability for it like late game to just be like this giant dude that sets your opponent back on mana is just really good. And if you go into like the green red deck, which green is not represented in this pack at all.
Yeah.
If you're passing it, you're probably gonna get, like they're probably not gonna go into green unless they open something really good in green
Sure.
like next to you.
Sure.
So you might like get some like late satyr, whatever the untapped satyr is in the second pack.
Yeah.
Because like they're not like you'll probably end up,
Voyaging
like,
satyr?
Yeah, you'll probably end up like green red something with that card like being able to monsters on like turn 5 is just devastating. Your opponent is set like to 2 lands.
I would probably take Ember Swallower. That being said, and I know you guys think that there's other good cards in this pack, obviously.
Oh, yeah.
However, I feel, let me say my one piece about Ember Swallower. This is off the top of my head. The only things that really kill Ember Swallower that I can think of is like Sip of Hemlock. There's the white card, the Vanquish
the
Foul.
yeah,
the Foul. Is there anything else you guys can think?
There's
Hero's
rares.
Downfall,
There's rares.
but that's a rare. You can't
Divine
always expect
Verdict.
that. Divine Verdict does kill him.
And there's like cards that hurt it, like Griptide.
So it's not-
like Griptide's like it's not
Yeah,
killing it,
but-
but it hurts. Like
Yeah.
So there's all of 3 common or uncommon cards that kill Ember
giant
Swallower off the
4/5.
top of our heads.
not including like tricks and such, but
Yeah.
just straight dead. Yeah, there's only 3.
Like, I know Lash doesn't do it.
No.
That being said, and please add cards as you want, but I think Sea God's Revenge is very good. I wouldn't
Yes.
fault anyone for taking it. The only problem I have with Ember Swallower is you're passing Stone
Yes.
Shock Giant, which is also a very good, big top
Very
end
good.
card. My love for Wingsteed Rider. Grey Merchant's good. Lash is good, but probably more on the wheel if you can do it.
So today in the draft,
I also like God's Willing quite a bit.
this card was insane in my draft. I agree with this card being good. I don't think it's a first pick.
No,
I agree with you.
This card-
I would definitely take Wingsteed Rider over that.
Yeah.
This card today was insane.
Oh yeah, he's always insane.
Like I was just playing all my black cards before I had him in my opener, and I was like, I'm gonna play all my black cards before him. And I ended up just draining them for 6, untapping, playing another, and draining it for like 8 and killing him.
yeah,
was
no,
gross.
he's ridiculous.
It was
And
gross.
if you happen to get an Underworld, what's the
Underworld
connection? Underworld, no,
No.
Journey.
Journey from the Underworld or something.
Rescue from the Underworld.
Rescue from the Underworld. Then that card is gross.
Yeah, it turns into a mono black combo deck.
There's so many cards that return cards from the graveyard right now. You've got that. You've got the whip. You're able to get them.
Return of the
the black card returns 2 creatures, and then you have the black green creature 4/3 creature that returns
the 5 mana Gravedigger.
Yeah.
Also, while I'm laying out this pack, I want to give a shout out to Matt Biggs, who writes for SCG and also is a local Louisvillian. Put me in an article recently. Very proud of that. So just wanted to say that. I believe there's a foil.
Uh-oh.
Yep, that's a thing.
That's a foil.
Oh, wow.
So, I guess I'll start this time.
No money drafting.
No money drafting, then
okay.
Temple of Triumph is out, because that card is, fixing's good. This isn't as...
first pick fixing, though.
No, but you sometimes did in, last format. In Gatecrash, you can first...
Sure, but that's a totally different...
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm trying to get at is, in this format, don't take fixing this highly.
Yeah.
Don't take the first pick.
And definitely agree.
I would, in this pack's tough, because there's... I think this card is a little overrated at the moment. It's good, don't get me wrong, I don't think it's a first pick card. It's fine.
So what's your pick?
I don't know. It's probably this card, this card, this card, or something significantly worse.
You'd really put a Crow in Crusader up there?
That card's really good. In the red-white heroic deck, this guy, turn 1, followed by turn 2, Phalanx Leader or something, attack for 1. Turn 3, Dauntless Onslaught, make another guy attack for 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 or something like that.
This is in Magical Dream World, right?
This can happen. Caleb Durber posted a video or something that he did something this dumb. It happens. Even just the simple 1 red.
But you're willing to corner yourself into that strategy first pick. Pack one, pick one.
In my opinion, the white X heroic decks are the best decks in the format.
Yes.
Just not close. So if I have the opportunity to pick something as good as this card is in that deck, this highly, I probably will. Or at least look at it. I might not take it, but I might look at it.
I'm gonna look at all the cards.
I'm probably gonna take this though.
I was gonna say
I didn't actually get to that, but that's
okay.
it.
Pack pick one for me would probably be the Horizon Scholar. Possibly, if I was feeling frisky, I might go Two-Headed Cerberus, or even the
Two-Headed Cerberus, or
3/3 flyer. What is that? Sentry.
Sentry of the Underworld. Which, for those that don't know, I don't know if you can see it or not. It's a 5 mana 3/3 black-white card, flying vigilance for a black and a white and 3 life. You can regenerate him.
Yeah, the only bad thing with him is that he puts you in that pigeonholes
In
you in that 2 colors.
Well, not to say that you can't always get out of that.
But he's a 3/3 flyer, so you've got the ability to dodge,
and all of his abilities
blockers
are upsides.
He's
not
not bad.
3/3 flyer with vigilance and regenerate.
Yeah, so it's not too bad. The Crusader is a great pick. I think pack one-ing it might be a little too early, only because they tend to get passed around a lot because a lot of people are afraid to get into red. They usually try to go some other color.
Okay, let me give my piece.
Go ahead.
See if you guys can follow me here, because I don't even know if I'm right on this one. This pack, and I don't know if it does anything for you all, doesn't excite me at all.
No.
That being said,
except for that.
Even with money not being considered, I might go the foil Temple of Triumph. I don't want to pigeonhole. I think blue is the best color represented in this pack, period.
Yeah.
I don't want to pigeonhole myself into black-white, although you can always. I played 2 of those in my earlier deck. I was black-white. Very good card.
Mm-hmm.
I never had played it before. I hadn't played black-white until tonight. But I feel like Curse of Swine is playable, definitely playable. Voyage's End, as well as Horizon Scholar, are 3 of maybe the top 4 or 5 cards in this pack, period.
Yeah.
That being said, I would probably choose Temple of Triumph. If this was pack 2 or something like that, pick one, depending on the color, obviously. If I was blue, I'd probably go Horizon Scholar. I just don't think I don't want it to be pack 1, pick one. I also think this set is a lot more aggressive than many people give it credit for.
Oh, yeah.
So a 6/4, he's almost as good as an Air Elemental. but even that's like one more mana
Yeah.
is the difference for between life and death. So
To be completely honest, I actually like the Disciple too.
That card's fine. I just feel like he comes 5th to 6th all the time. Like,
Oh yeah, he comes late.
Yeah, I don't think you need to first pick that card. You'll get
No.
him.
Yeah, you can if you grab a couple Grey Merchants, you'll end up with one or two of them along with
The
it.
only thing I can say about taking the Sentry first pick, although it does pigeonhole you, there are virtually no playable black cards in that thing aside from like Disciple, and there are literally 0 white cards in that deck. So
well,
you'll-
Sentry, but for both.
aside from that is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. Gotcha.
So if you take it, I'm not like it's not great because most people won't really read that signal that like because those things like the packs are bad or something. They're distributed poorly, which they probably are. But like I
There's
don't
a
know.
problem with this set.
Well, there's a problem with M14 too. You would get like almost entirely mono black packs in M14. It was weird.
No, that was just the way I drafted.
Wow. So we're red green if this was a sealed pool.
Yeah, we are.
Okay. I guess it's probably my turn.
Yeah.
So if you guys have been watching this for a while, I'm sure I've expressed my love for this card quite a bit, Horizon Chimera. I think he's excellent. He's also my favorite color combination. Not that that's, pertinent, like, we're not in Ravnica here. This isn't guilds. That being said, I would probably go... I'd probably go Heliod's Emissary. Just because it's... Dauntless Onslaught is very good. It's not better, in my opinion, than Heliod's Emissary. I'm hoping to wheel probably Chosen by Heliod. And that's obviously if I don't go into another color. I also totally forgot about Ember Swallower, which is actually probably the pick. That being said, if Ember Swallower is gone, this guy is my pick.
Well, for me, I would probably sit here and tank as hard as I tanked earlier today. Like I had to think. Okay, so my first pick or my first pack for those of you watching because you weren't at my draft clearly. I had to sit
Very
here.
astute.
I
I'm
had
gonna comment on this later about how it was after draft.
my first pack today had the 5/5 flyer in black. I forget its name.
Abhorrent.
Yeah, Abhorrent Overlord.
6/6.
He's a 6/6 also.
Abhorrent Overlord was in my first pack, and I had 2 of the white heroic guys, the 1-drop and the 2-drop as my uncommons, and I sat there and tanked for like 5 minutes.
Yeah.
I would probably do the same thing between these 2 cards. I agree that this card's good. I just think it's
You
slightly
loved
overrated.
yourself some Dauntless Onslaught.
That card's gross.
Yeah,
that card
it
is
is pretty good.
really gross. I would probably wind up taking this card only for the same reasons we said earlier. It's just like a giant blow.
Yeah, we don't have to repeat ourselves. What do you take?
Not counting the Ember Swallower.
So you would take Ember Swallower.
I would hem on Haw over it, but it would be probably between the bottom 4 there.
All 4 are very good.
Yeah, I would probably go with Ember Swallower just because it's that I'd say that good in this format. And it's
Okay,
a
now
good
without
creature.
Ember Swallower.
Without Ember Swallower, I would probably, based on the rest of the cards in the pack, I'd probably go Horizon Chimera only because I think I could wield the this Dryad.
The
along
Frown
with it.
Dryad?
Yeah, which would be a nice little complement
The-
along with that.
The other reason you could take Chimera is because if you take either of the white cards, there's still the other insane white
Yeah.
card in the pack, and you're just putting the
Which
person
hurts.
left in the
Yeah.
white.
Which is why eventually I was like, yeah, Ember Swallower that I totally forgot about. This card and this card are the only 2 other red cards in the pack.
And they're not bad.
The other
but-
card that no one mentioned was Voyages, and that card's also really good.
Oh, Voyages
Yeah.
is very good. I think I mentioned that in an earlier pack. I believe. If not, then,
Voyage's End is
then the MTG
essentially a
Army should
removal.
know. MTG Army should know that Voyages In is much approved. By us 3 at least. Open packs.
What do you call them? The MTG Army?
Yeah, that's the channel's name.
Oh.
God, you're so bad. Go subscribe. Alright, get those cards out of there.
Squeak. Squeak.
Those squeaks. Nothing better than a fresh pack smell. For sure. There's no foil, I don't believe. Oh, there's a foil. It's a swamp.
Oh.
Snap off Foil Swamp.
Oh.
This pack, I think, is probably not very close.
This
In
pack's
my
very
opinion.
weak.
Like, it's not super weak, to be honest.
Not
It's
close.
weak. It's weak in that, like, the commons aren't the best. But, like, 2 of the uncommons are really good, and the rare is really good. And there's at least 2 playable commons. There's Swords to Plowshares.
Yes.
There's this card's really good.
Oh yeah, that card's
And all 3 of these are all really good.
great. Yeah.
Like this card's just a blowout. This card's just solid in the blue black deck, which I had today, and it was really good. And of course, I'm taking this card because it's just dumb and limited. Like he sits there,
Yeah, it's
he
pretty
gets
gross.
like infinite value off of your opponent's cards. He
Sure.
gains you life. He plays extra cards. He's just really gross. If he was not in the pack, I would probably wind up taking one of these 4 cards. Probably.
I'm sorry,
like,
these two
or these 2.
or these two. Okay.
I would probably wind up taking something like Shipwreck Singer or this card.
Or green swords.
Yeah, because like this card is more. It's not really, but it's more or less Swords to Plowshares. Like it's a 1-mana spell that just kills a creature.
It's
What it
swords
does.
for non-flyers.
Yes.
Yeah.
And this card just first of all kills that card, which came up earlier today. It was awesome. And it's also just like really it's just solid guy. It makes like it's a 1/2
He's a beast.
flyer. Yeah, he sits there. He can kill any X1s. He can force them to attack and then kill them.
Yeah.
Which is really
Yeah.
good. He can also just make combat math impossible for your opponent.
Ooh, I just thought him with a Biden, which you had earlier.
I had
was
earlier.
pretty gross.
Yes, it was gross.
For any of those that don't know about the Biden, go check it out. Okay, you.
Obviously it's Daxos. Without Daxos in the pack, I'm probably drafting either Coordinated Assault or this guy. I really like this guy. I tend to go green in this set usually.
Quite often.
Yeah.
Yeah, you went green earlier
Yeah.
today.
I hate going green in this set because I'm a big believer in black drafting. But which sounds really bad, but
Specifically mono black.
yeah, mono black. But yeah, no, coordinated assault is just nuts during combat. It's one of those just 1-mana spells that just comes out of nowhere, and especially if you're playing heroic, in a white heroic or
It's just like the biggest,
any sort of heroic.
one of the biggest blowouts in the entire format.
All right, so you guys might kill me on this one.
Uh-oh.
I believe that Daxos. I would take Daxos.
Obviously, we just said that.
Because it's fun. That's the only. You don't often get to draft Daxos.
No.
So why not try it? You know,
Yeah,
it's also
definitely.
my favorite color combination in the set, which is
Yeah.
blue white. That being said, I don't think it's the best card in the pack.
What do you think is the best card?
Probably.
Foil Swamp.
Swords to Plowshares? Is it Swords to Plowshares?
Okay, so neither of those. Probably Shipwreck Singer.
Card's good.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Card's good.
I would take Daxos. The other card. The only other thing I have to say is nobody said anything about the Scholar of Theros.
I think the card's fine.
He's definitely not a first pick. I'm
No.
not going to argue that.
He's
it's a
probably
wheel.
like 5th to 8th is my guess. Like he's fine. He's good in the black white deck, but he's nowhere else.
Yeah,
He's not going to be in anywhere. Like he's not good in the white deck because you can't activate him. Like if you're in white blue, he's just a 1/4.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like
He's a big butt blocker if you're not playing black.
I love myself some
Like
Horned
he puts you into 2 colors. Like when the 2 colors is putting you in, like he's putting you in 2 colors and the card isn't very good. When the other 2 cards that were putting you in 2 colors.
Well,
are
I'm definitely
really
not.
good.
I'm definitely not saying pack one, pick one.
No.
However, I'm just saying as a
Yeah.
shout out sort of
Oh
thing.
yeah.
You know,
He's
he's an alright card.
In limited, he's real good because he's a mana sink.
The one thing
Sure.
I want to say about Daxos is on Moto, he was broken for like the first week, and he was just a 3-mana 2/2 unblockable. That's all he did.
With the same abilities.
No, just unblockable. He didn't even do anything.
It's not broken.
Yeah, no, he doesn't gain life. He's just a 3-mana 2/2 unblockable.
Yeah, that's not broken at all. That's terrible.
No, broken as he doesn't work.
Oh, okay, okay.
Not broken as in good.
As in
broken
good?
as in he does
You gotta
not work.
specify, man. You kids and your lingo.
I'd
All
be
right,
pissed.
everybody. I feel like that's about it. We've already repped everybody that we can rep. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I'll talk to you later, MTG Army. Thanks a lot to Taylor and Matt.
Thank you for having us.
Not a problem. Take it easy, guys.